This conference will now be recorded.
Hello. Is this the second session for all of you, or anyone attended any other sessions apart from this? Okay, considering this is the first session, second session. So, any questions from the demos that we had? Anyone? We dropped off so early because of some network issues. But yeah, if you want to discuss, we can discuss. Great. Looks like everyone understood. I think this is the first session. Okay. Now, today we will see the high level or we'll see how to get the environment in Salesforce, and slowly we'll increase. Tomorrow we will discuss about some. We'll start some project from tomorrow. Okay. So, yeah. How do we get the logins in Salesforce? As for the people who don't know, go to developer.salesforce.com and then click on sign up. This is the place where we can get the environment for the platform for free. Okay, we will get the Salesforce license as well, but with some limitations. Like we can have a maximum of 5 MB code and couple of limitations on the objects and all. So that we'll discuss later. So I don't have to explain you about this. You have to specify your first name, last name, your email ID, which is working properly because it will send a verification code to that mail ID. Job role can be anything. So this is there is no restriction. It will ask you like if you are a particular, like if you are, one second. So if you are an architect, you choose architect. If you are a developer, you choose the developer. If you are an admin, you choose the admin. No one restricts. Then company name. If you're working in Salesforce, you're working in any of the organization, give the company name, or even if you give your name also, it doesn't matter. It's just a mandatory field, but it doesn't check which company you are working on. And country, postal code, these things I don't have to tell you. But when it comes to username, it should always be in the form of an email, and it will be always unique. Okay. So once you sign up, so it will send a verification code where to your email ID. When you click on that, it will ask you to set the password. You have to set up your password from the verification link. Once done, next time, whenever you want to access Salesforce, you can use this URL called login.salesforce.com and give your credentials. See, your username should be in this form. Like I have given it ram@salesforce.com. You can give anything else. Okay, logged in. Like most of the people will give their email ID itself. So once you log in, so basically what you did now, you didn't. One second. So what you did here, you didn't created credentials for you. You basically created an org for you. Okay. Okay, Ram. What is the difference? When I create Facebook, an ID or an ID for me in Facebook, then I can connect with my existing friends that are already there in Facebook from many time, many years or many months, right? That is what is an ID. Or when I create a Gmail ID, I can send the information, or I can communicate with anyone in the world who has a mail ID, whether it might be Gmail or Hotmail. But here, when you create a Salesforce org, when you sign up for a Salesforce org, You can do anything and everything within this org. Okay, that's the difference. We can create users also. Once after creating a Gmail, can I create a sub email ID with the same in the same Gmail? That is not possible, right? If I want, I can create another Gmail, but not within the Gmail that I already have. That's not possible. Similar, I mean, but here I can create one more edition. I mean, one more user license also within this org. Okay, then the moment you sign up, I think you will get some pop-up saying welcome or details. Once done, you just close it. Now this is what the screen it looks like. Okay, post that, someone is trying to jump in and jump out. Please check your connection. Yeah. So it will basically takes me to a screen where I can do a setup. Okay, but I will start looking at it as an end user. So as an end user, this is not something which will come up all the time. Not all the time. Actually, it won't come up at all. Then Ram, what will come? So this is called as an app launcher, and when I click on view all, this will take me to the list of applications that are available in Salesforce. Okay, sorry. These are the list of applications that can be accessible by me, which means this org can have 100 solutions, but Ram can access only the list of solutions where his admin has given a permission. Okay, now let us say I will go to this application called sales. This is how an application looks like for a user in the system, end user in the system. So we'll start looking into the system like an end user. We'll get used to it, and then we'll see how these screens are built in future. Okay, any questions so far, anyone?
No, Ram.
Okay. Now Ram, how do I switch between applications? Again, click on this 9 dots, which is nothing but an app launcher. Either you can search for that application. Let us say I want service. You can choose whatever the application I need, or click on view all. It will take you to all the applications, and then you can start looking at it. Okay, okay. Now let us open some Excel sheet. Let us say I don't know anything about software. Okay, I have a system. I'm running my business from past 10 years. Okay, so let us say my business name is some ABC. So what I'll have some customers, I have some products. They will buy they'll buy the products. Okay, this is what I'm having, and this is what the details I'm maintaining. So I need to maintain this data in my system. How do I do? I'll say maybe customer information. I will say customer name. I'll say phone. I'll say email. Some extra information. Okay. Now Ram is the customer. His mobile number is 12345, and r at z.com is his mail ID. Then I have Raj is the customer. His his email ID is t at somew.com, and his mobile number is 97 so 98676. So can I start capturing the information like this?
No, we should not
See
capture.
why?
Here, phone number column, here we have mentioned email ID, right? T at the rate.
But it is not restricting, right?
We don't have specified format, na?
Hmm.
Am I right?
But it is not restricting me, correct? So which means ideally what you're saying, Ram, even if it is not restricting you, you said that okay, in the first column you'll enter customer. So even if you have thousands of customers, you enter the name here under column E. Similarly, phone, similarly, email, correct? That is what is called as right format of data, correct? Now, let us say similarly, I captured the product information, transaction information. Every day I'm using this one only. Later on, likewise, I have, let us say, some 3 4 applications. Then I'll write about Excel, okay? So every application, I'll have one Excel file, correct? So let us say this is, let's say book one is my file. In this file name, in this I have the information of my entire business that is related to book one, right? So file which is book one. Then when I open this Excel sheet, what will happen when Excel file? What will happen? Then I can see some sheets where if I open customer sheet, I can see customer data. Product sheet, I will see product data. Transaction sheet, I will see transaction data. Of course, if I enter, correct? So, which means the moment I open an Excel file, you'll see sheets, correct? Am I correct? Now, what is there inside sheets? You can see the customer table, right? What is there inside your table? You have rows and columns, correct? Now, Ram, we know all this. This is simple Excel sheet. Why you are wasting the section? I'm not wasting. Now I'll compare with Salesforce. What do you mean by a file? In Salesforce, we call it as application. Where, let us say, if your in your system you can have any number of files, right? Similarly, in your Salesforce org, you can have any number of applications. That depends. Like the number of files in my system depends on my hard disk capacity. So here, the number of applications that you can have in your system in your Salesforce org depends on the license capacity that you take. Okay. Then, what is there in your Excel file? Excel file is a combination of uh, multiple sheets with tables, right? An application is a combination of multiple objects with a well-defined process. Why do I need Excel sheet? I can just save all your numbers somewhere in a notepad or somewhere, and I can do a call whenever required, right? But why I'm maintaining? So that I need to have a proper set of data. When I want to send an email, I'll just copy this email column, paste it in my Gmail site, write some information, send. Very easy, right? So it helps me to process my data, and it's a well-defined data, right? So similarly, in Salesforce, application is nothing but a combination of multiple objects with a well-defined process to mature your requests. This is what is an application, whether it is Salesforce or .NET, any rocket launching application, any application for that matter. An application is a combination of sheets or tables which will help you to process the data. Ram, what is this processing data? In a layman term, processing means that, for example, if you connect with a banking application, then right from the loan application till you get the loan or till you repay the loan back with all the EMIs, that is one set of process that is defined by a bank. right? Or for example, if you go to any organization, any educational institution, right from the day one where you took the application, write the exam, complete the education, come out of the university, this is one process. So we can define all such processes in Salesforce. Okay. Now, Ram, the stories are fine. Come back to the system. What do you mean by sheet in Salesforce? We call them as tabs. Why tabs, Ram? Because what you'll see when you hit the sheets, you'll see the data of that table. So what I'll see when I open the application, I'm seeing tabs. These are called as tabs: opportunities, leads, tasks, files, and all. When I hit the tab, it'll show me the list of records. Is it similar to your Excel? Yes, right. Tabs are nothing but sheets. What is the purpose of sheet? Sheet helps you to access the data of your table. So similarly, tabs helps me to access the data of my object, that is opportunity. Okay, so which means table is nothing but object. And Ram, what is rows? Rows are nothing but records. And what is columns? So I can have Ram, Rajesh, Revant, or whosoever it is, but end of the day, all fall under customer. I can have multiple numbers, thousand numbers, all fall under phone number. I can have 10,000 emails, but all fall under email. These are columns, but here we call them as fields. When I want to create a new record, so the click on new button, it will ask you to input the values. So opportunity name is nothing but a field which is a column name in your Excel sheet, which means columns are nothing but fields. Okay. So most of my sessions will be like this. I will take you to a very low level to set up a good base so that in future if you want to come back, you can easily come back and see how it works. Any questions? Anyone? Is this boring?
So can you please repeat this, sir? Yeah, I'm examining.
Not sure if you are speaking with me. I'm not able to hear you properly.
Hello? Sir, can you
Hello?
please repeat, sir? I'm a new join, sir. Now only I have joined this one. Please can you give an idea about this?
I'm sorry.
Hello? Are you getting me, sir?
No, I'm
Hello?
not able to hear you. Yes, yes.
Sir, now are you getting me?
I'm
Hello?
able to hear you now, Sai Raman.
Sir, I'm a new join, sir. I have joined recently, sir. Can you please give me an idea about this one, sir? Why you are comparing with Excel, sir?
Because Excel is something everyone can understand easily, right?
Okay, sir. Can you please repeat this, sir? How you have opened that application and can you please say what are rows and what are columns? I have not
Uh,
got it, sir.
okay. So actually, I have given a procedure to sign up with Salesforce org. You have to go to this URL called developer.salesforce.com, and then need to do a sign up with all the required details. So once you provide your details, you will be getting a verification link to your email ID. Once you provide the credentials, then you will be able to log into the system. Later on, you just have to use login.salesforce.com and give the credentials and login. I have already given it, so it is taking me here. Okay,
Okay, sir.
and here this is nothing but an app launcher where you can see the list of applications that are available in the system. So now from here I started comparing. Let's say if sales is my application, if you compare that with an Excel, it is just a file with an application, and every application will have multiple tabs. So which is nothing but your sheets in your Excel sheet, and then sheet helps you to access the table data, right? In Salesforce, tabs helps me to access the data of object, and what you'll have in your object data, which is nothing but the records and the skeleton of the table, that is fields. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now next question is, okay Ram, as you're comparing with Salesforce, so why do I need to waste too much of money? If you're not speaking, please go on mute. uh, but if you have any questions, yeah, you can stop me at any time. So why you're comparing with Salesforce? So you can, if you are, if Salesforce is same and if there is a change in the technical namings, then we can simply go with Excel, right? Why should I waste my money? Yes, but someone said, Ram, you're not supposed to enter this value here, but it is allowing me. Can I write some validation? Maybe, but it is very tricky, right? But most of the times it is not available. For example, after entering it, I'm sending it to Sai, and I said like Sai should not. I have a requirement where Sai should not see this row at all. That is not possible in your Excel sheet, right? And there is one requirement where whenever a customer does a transaction, I want to send an email to him saying that, hey boss, you have you bought this product detail. This is what the product that you bought from our organization. That also cannot be done in your Excel sheet, right? So these things can be done in Salesforce. Or in a very simple or layman terms, if Microsoft has decided, yeah, Excel is very powerful tool, but these automations and the validations are not, we are not able to build those things, and they struggled hard, let us say even if they take a decade time to build all these automations, then Microsoft will come with a product called Salesforce, which means the another definition of Salesforce is a fully automated, or I would say a fully loaded Excel sheet with all automations and validations, of course with all reports and dashboards as well. Okay. Now this is the app launcher. Then Ram, what is this? I can see a search bar. Let us see. I don't know anything about it, so I'll just type my name and click on enter. The moment I enter, what happens is this search bar will help me to search for this particular string value in the entire org, irrespective of the table that I need. Or, anyways, you understood what is table, irrespective of object that I need. It will search for that in all the objects. It says in leads I have 5, people I have 1, customer I have 1, all this, right? And it doesn't mean that it will search only for name. There will be some records which may not match with name. See, here it says customer name is Rajesh, but when I open somewhere, you will have one string called Ram in it. Okay. Now let us say I'll open this record only. Okay. I think there are, yeah, email, it has a string called Ram, so that's why it came in my search result. Okay. So as this search bar helps me to access a particular record in any object that is there in my organization, this search bar we call it as a global search. Okay. As it helps me to search across the applications, it searches across the applications. If you see, it's not a part of this tab, this application, so that is why it is showing as Rajesh. So this this search bar is called as global search. Okay. Now let us say I have opened this. Now I did some modifications on this record, and I want to make it I want to open this maybe after some, let's say some 3 4 days, and again I have to go and again for search bar again, see what is it, and again choose the record. Instead of that, I'll say I want to make it as my favorite. That's it. Next time, irrespective of the tab that I'm on, irrespective of the sheets that I'm on, I'll go to my favorite list, and whenever I want, I'll hit that value, it will take me to that record. Okay. You can make a record as your favorite, so that it helps you when you are working on it in future. You can say, Ram, this is not a biggest feature, so I can see this, it's not very tough for me to search for this record. Yes, it may not be tough for you, But when it comes to business, let us say if I'm a manager who is looking into multiple activities, during that time it is always hard for me. First of all, I have seen a lot of customers in my experience. They'll say that, Ram, is there any way that I can simply do everything in one shot? They want to learn load around 100 records in just in one shot. They don't want, even want to open this record and click on it. They want to do it in the right away in the list view itself, because the business won't have time. They'll have work on multiple other activities. During that time, for them it was very much helpful. Okay. And how many records? What is the limit for this? I think around 10. Okay. Then what is next? What is this plus symbol? Let me remove this. Okay. Once if my job is done, I'll remove this and say done. So it is empty. Then what is this plus symbol? When I click on this, it will say global actions. For example, let us say if I want to create a contact record in my system, I'll go to the contacts tab, click on new button, and then fill the details, all these details, and then you create a record. But again, I'm a salesperson where I'm running behind time every day. So you can't expect me to go to that particular tab, hit the button, enter the information. Instead, I'll go to this plus symbol, select this quick action or a global action, we call it as global actions, fill in the basic minimum basic information that we need, and save. That also will create a record. Okay. So this actions are called as global actions, where it will help you, as it is helping you quickly to create the records. Those actions are also called as quick actions. And of course in future we'll see how do we define a quick action as well in our systems. Okay. And then if you want to learn Salesforce, yep, there are learning paths where you might have to just pay around $2,000 to Salesforce to start learning. Like you will have a separate instructor, they'll be guiding you, you'll be having a certification, all these things. Okay, let's not go there. And then, good. I don't need this, but yep, it's very good. Then you have question mark. This is basically for Salesforce help. Like let us say when you are defining something, if you need any help, or let's say there is a feature which Salesforce defines, this feature is used for this purpose, and there are some limitations on it, or you are not able to achieve whatever Salesforce said, then you have to raise a case to Salesforce because it's an issue in the product itself. That is where Salesforce people will come back and help you, but not you because you are a free user. So only for the people who are paying license amount to the Salesforce. Okay, I'll go with this because I want to remove this. So this is called as notifications bar. So on time it will show you some notifications if you have any activities pending in the system. So I have a couple of tasks to complete, so it is showing me all of them. So I'll clear all, I don't need. And then you have this setup. What is this? When I hit on this, so I can see multiple options, this gear icon, right? I'll hit one by one. So I'll open this setup. In this setup screen, so this is the basic screen that any developer or any admin have to see at least once. I mean, or I won't say have to see, I'll say will see at least once in a day. Ram, why? Because to define any application, define any object, define any automation rule, this is the only screen which help you do that. Okay. Next one, Salesforce started with two clouds, sales cloud and service cloud. Sales cloud is similar to, I mean, is nothing but setup. It will show you all platform features along with the sales features. But if you are going with service cloud, we'll go with service setup. We'll see this in the sessions going forward. Maybe after some 10-15 sessions, I will come to service cloud application. So during that time, I will discuss about this service setup. So it will show you all the features that are that you can define in your service cloud, and this will show you all the other features along with the admin and sales cloud as well. And then next one is developer console for the people who are interested in the development. So if you want to do any development, admin activities can be done on the gear icon setup screens. But if you want to define anything, any custom logic, see if you have seen here, I have written some custom trigger or something, right? So we can define our own custom components using your developer console. So you don't have to install any system, any application to, or any editor to work on your Salesforce Windows, but this developer console itself helps you or supports you to write your logics. Okay, then we have seen the notification bar. And if you want to modify your profile, just go to this teddy bear symbol, click on settings. You can start modifying your own details, like your personal information, your approval settings, or your changing of passwords, connection details, grant login access. These things we will see. Okay, any questions till now? So I didn't explain to you in detail about each and everything because I just want to give you an overview of basic screens of Salesforce. We will see in depth of every screen that we have looked into today. Any questions? Anyone?
No, Ram.
Perfect. And what is this? Global search. So we can see three search bars in the system. One is the global search. When you are on the application, it will search for the records. Second one is when you are on any of the tabs, you will have one more search bar. Let us say I want to search for Shiva. Click on enter. See, it will show you the record. This is called as record search bar. And then you have one more, that is your setup search. Here I can search for my features. Let us say I want to define an application. I'll go with app manager. This is the place where you can see the list of applications. Okay, and if you notice one thing, when I'm on the application, it says search contacts and more because I'm on contacts. If I'm on accounts, it will say search accounts and more. But when I go to my setup screen, like through gear icon, if I go with setup, it says search for a search setup. When I search my name here in the setup gear icon, it will show me the user details or the permission sets or the profiles. These are all custom features that I have defined at the backend, or these are all something related to my security. So I don't have any objects. For example, I'll search for customer. I have an object called customer. Likewise. So there is a difference between your global, I mean, in within your global search itself. If you are on the application, it will search for the records. If you are on the setup, it will search for the backend features. Okay. Now let us go to app manager. So this is the place where we can see multiple applications. But if you see here, I have around 22 applications. But when I go to my app launcher and click on view all, I can see hardly 16 applications or maybe 12 applications. Ram, how about the others? If you see the type of the application, couple of them are classic, which means we have applications in classic version also. So someone asked me yesterday, like, what is the difference between classic and lightning? This is the difference. This is the classic version. Anyways, I'm not gonna cover any of the concepts in your classic apart from one of the record sharing model because it is not there in your lightning. Apart from that, rest all will be covered in lightning only. So today I just want you to get used to the system, where here you can see the list of applications here. This is your global search, and you can switch back to your lightning experience. This is where you can see your profile details, and then this is where I'll go with the setup. So here this is the global search and this is the setup search. Okay. And now if any one of you wants to create a login, you can share your screen. You can create a login, show how it works for everyone, and then we can drop off. Does anyone wants to create it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Can you share your screen? Use developer.salesforce.com. What is this? I hope you are not on mobile.
Sir,
Are you on mobile by any chance? No, right?
I'm in mobile, sir.
So can anyone share the screen which is on desktop? Devika, Bhavya, Jagan.
Yeah, Ram, I already created.
Okay. Mahesh, Pavan, Pavani, Praveen, Rajendra, Rajgopal, Ramesh, RK.
Yes, sir.
Who is this? Yes, Pavani.
Avani.
Can you share your screen?
Okay.
Hope you're on
Yes, sir.
system. Okay. See, for a couple of sessions, I'll go very slow because I want everyone to be on the same page. Post that, don't worry about the timings. Things will go very fast. Now go to developer.salesforce.com in a new window. Developer.salesforce.com. No, type. It's okay. Just 3 4 letters. .com. Click on sign up. You have first name, last name, email ID. You can give anything. It's okay. You can give my name only. No one restricts. You can give your name. So people might ask me, okay, Ram, if you are saying that you can give your name or someone's name, then why does this field is there? Based on this, Salesforce will understand which company has those many editions. Okay, it's not an advantage for you. It's an advantage either to your company or to Salesforce. Give your email ID itself.
Okay, sir.
No, email ID.
It should be in a form of email ID. It won't
Okay,
go
okay.
and check, but the format should be in an email ID format. Do a sign up. Now, if you open your email in a different tab or otherwhere, you will get a verification link from Salesforce where you can verify your password. Did you got a verification link?
Not it. Wait.
You got a mail, Bhavni?
Not it.
No.
It's a thing.
Go to updates and check. It will be there for sure. Jerry, it won't be delayed. Let me just check if I have any mails.
No. Not in email. Screen
Just a minute.
No, sir.
One second, I'll show you how it looks.
Okay.
Let me know if you can see my screen. So this is how it looks. Welcome to Salesforce. Verify account with your email ID. Okay. The moment I hit this verify account button, so basically it will ask you to create a new password. But now, as I have already used that verification link, so it will ask me to give the credentials. Okay. So please do create an ID for you, all of you. Tomorrow we'll see one standard application. It can be any of them, sales, service, and all. So, and then we'll see the importance of the custom application. We'll start looking into some custom application as well from tomorrow. Okay. And as I mentioned in the previous session, you can come up with your own idea also. But when you're coming up with your own idea, you have to tell me the entire process, or we can go with any random applications. Okay, we will be defining an application from the scratch level. We'll do exactly the way it works in your organization, like with initial workshops. So we may not be able to take it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks of workshops, but yeah, we'll try to wrap it up in a day, in one session. But every day we'll improvise the application by including the features that we have. Okay. Any questions? Anyone? And so, do
Yeah,
you want me
Ram.
to go faster, or is the speed is okay? Am I too slow, or do you want me to go a bit slow?
Yeah, it's fine, Ram.
Okay.
Hello.
Yep.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. I can. I can.
Yeah. I just have a small question. Like I already registered, like in that trailhead is there, right, for Salesforce? I already registered with my email credentials. Can I use the same credentials for this
Yeah, you
developer.salesforce.com
can, you
also?
can, you can. Yeah, you can.
No. Yeah, both will be same, or do I need to sign up again?
No, no, it's the same. You can use.
Okay.
Okay. Hello then. See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Ram. Bye.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Have a nice day.